Today in this video, we're doing hipster chicken. Now, Grill Sergeant, why on earth would you call this hipster chicken? Well, that's because we're taking an Imperial Hazy IPA and shoving it up this bird's. This is going to be the best, juiciest chicken that you ever make. Let's show you how we make it. All right, let's prep this chicken. So I got a knife here. I'm just gonna cut open the bag. All right, just feeling around in here.
That's what she said?
There is some ice. Just gonna chuck that. Just come in here, just do a little trimming of some of the stuff inside. Kind of want to just make sure that this cavity is clear. Now what I'm gonna do is just pat this bird down. All right, at this point, you can either use olive oil to coat the bird, but if you do have duck fat, this is where it's at. Nice crispiness to the skin and also help with the color. So we are just going to spray this down. Flip it around. And we're just gonna rub that duck fat around to the bird. All right, now it's time to season this bird. I am gonna be using two seasonings that GC sent us. First one is Texas Bold, and that just has a really nice, authentic Texas flavor. And then we're gonna go with their original rub, and that's gonna really help add some color to it. And you wanna make sure that underneath the wing area on both sides. And then we're gonna hit it up with their original. Mainly looking at this one to deliver some color. Lifting up that wing, making sure we're hitting the legs on both sides. It's beer time. So the beer we are using today is VooDoo Ranger's Juice Force Hazy IPA. This is an Imperial strength. This is going to be used for three things. So let me crack this open. First thing it's going to be used for is to wet my whistle. Oh, that is so good. Then we're going to save a little bit of this to use in a glazing sauce a little bit later. And the rest of it is actually going to be used. I found this little beer holder stand. And so we're going to basically put the beer on top of that. So I'm going to take our little beer can holder on top of this beer can. Oh yeah. Yeah, this hipster bird is liking this a little too much. Now before I do put it on the smoker, I do have a little drip tray, and I'm going to actually place that into the drip tray. That's going to just catch any juices. It's going to definitely prevent any flare-ups if you're actually doing this on a gas grill. Now let's get this onto the smoker. All right, so today we're gonna be on the GMG Ledge pellet smoker. We got B&B mesquite pellets in here. It's gonna provide an awesome, phenomenal flavor. So let's get this bird on the smoker. So in about 45 minutes, we're gonna come back and give it a light barbecue glaze. I really want that color to pop. Your internal temperature is gonna be about 165 when it's all said and done. So we'll check back in about 45 minutes and see where we're at, all right? So let's prep our barbecue sauce, and this is what we're gonna use sparingly just to baste and coat the chicken when it's almost done. It's not going to be on the chicken for very long. It's probably the last 15 minutes of the cook. Now, a product that Gourmet Easy sent to me, I actually want to try out today. You can put the barbecue sauce inside, and so when you're actually brushing it on, instead of dipping your brush in a bowl and then trying to get on, the barbecue sauce is in here, and then you have your brush here. Pretty cool idea. I've never used it though, so we're actually going to try it out today. It does have a collapsible little funnel, which I find pretty handy right there. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a little of our IPA and we're going to pour this in. That should be good. And now we are going to take some barbecue sauce. Now, what barbecue sauce do you want to use? You can pretty much use, if you have a favorite kind, this is homemade barbecue sauce. And if you want to figure out how this is made, I'm going to link a video to it. My friend Rick from Barbecue Specialties just made a video on this. This is as fresh as it gets. We just filmed making this. It tastes so good. It has a really nice kick to it. So I'm going to incorporate this. But again, either you can make it yourself, and I'll link a video to that, or you can just use your favorite store-bought. It's fine either way. I'm going to pour some of this into here. And not a lot, just because we're just gonna baste it. And might as well give a little taste test right now. Woo! So good. And now we are going to put our little brush right here. And then it has a little cap thing. And the cool thing is the cap has a little spout thing. So even if you did want to actually just pour some of the barbecue sauce, you can actually squirt it out the top of the cap here. So that's pretty cool. But right now I'm just going to mix it up a little bit. And now this barbecue sauce is pretty much ready to go. Get it onto the bird. All we got to do is flip it upside down. And now that sauce is actually going to start coming out here, and we can start brushing it on. So that is pretty darn cool.
1 hour later.
Look at the color on that bad boy. Looking good, looking good. Now, before we start glazing, I do have some popcorn salt. We're going to lightly coat this. This is just going to give a little buttery, salty flavor to it. I cannot get enough of this stuff, that is for sure. But very, very lightly. Super, super lightly. I'm just going to spin this around. That color, that is beautiful. And then we're just going to start brushing this stuff on. Oh, God. All right, about 10 or 15 minutes. We're gonna pull her off, let her rest, and then dig in. I cannot wait. That bird looks so good. I got my barbecue freedom gloves on. Woo! These are gonna protect from high heat. Let me get this bird. Woo! Look at the color on this thing. Woo! Oh man. Look at the color on that bad boy. Oh, that looks good. I'm gonna let this thing cool off for about 10-15 minutes, and we're gonna carve in. I cannot wait. All right, she is rested. I mean, this thing is still steaming. So we are just going to set it down. Now look at the color on that thing. That is beautiful. That is beautiful for sure. All right, I'm gonna go in here with a sharp knife, and we're just going to start taking this thing apart. Woo, beautiful. Got these leg quarters back here. Man, this thing is just tender and juicy, falling apart. Look at that white meat. But the question is it going to be good? We will find out, that's for sure. Let's go in here and do a taste test. I kind of want to try the wings here first. Because, I mean, I'm a huge fan of wings. Bon appetit. Unreal. Usually I have to inject to get these type of results. This is so juicy. So flavorful. Really nice crispiness on the skin. Let me try some of this breast. I am not going to do chicken any other way. This was so, so good. Flavor is phenomenal. Thank you, GC, for the rubs. They were killer. If you are going to do beer can chicken, step your game up. Do it the hipster way. I think this is probably one of the first ever times that an IPA has been used, but man, so, so good. So much flavor. Any questions, leave them in the comment section. I'll catch you guys in the next one, all right? Grill Sergeant out.